Hello, this is Dr. Leo at LeTime. This is the second part of the video demonstrate you how to do the distillation to make a hydrosol from a fresh basil. In the last video all about basil, I talk about what fertilizer you use to grow basil and what stage you harvest the basil for the best quality, and you should use hydro or steam distillation. Of course, steam distillation, because of its benefits of higher the oil yield and more phytochemicals within its oil. And then also talk about what is the correct way to dry basil if you want to make a spice, and what temperature is correct for making the perfect dry basil. If you don't watch that one, I highly recommend you watch that video. It has a lot of information and the knowledge. And this video, I will do the hands-on demonstration of making the basil hydrosol. My basil is having flowers. See the white flowers and more coming. This is the perfect time to harvest the basil for the essential oil and hydrosol making. When we make essential oil hydrosol, we want to take the flowers and the leaves and some of the, the younger stems. But if you make just the herb, just for the adding the taste in the food, and you can just cut the whole thing and shred it and dry it. So now I'm gonna harvest the basil and show you how to do the distillation to make a hydrosol. These are the good amount of basil to make the hydrosol, and see if I can make even a bit of essential oil. Today I'm using the KD5, the hydrosol distiller, to do the steam distillation for the basil. And it comes with a pot, add water, the filtered water is better. And now I gotta fit in the herb column, herb chamber. So it has 2 seed plates. Put the first one in. So when we add the herb, we want to do a little bit of pre-treatment. So just cut it in a smaller piece. It doesn't to be very small. Just like the pennies, the coin size. And you can also just use a hand to tilt it like this. Let me change the angle so you can see more clear. Just cut like this. So you don't want it very small actually, because that, it may clog your steel. The basil, the fresh basil smells so good. If you grow the basil plant, you gotta have a lot of basil. It probably gotta be more than you can eat. So making the hydrosol could be a good way to use your basil and other herbs. Give you a lot of benefit just after you make that hydrosol. You just gently push it until it fill up to the line, to the bottom, the screw line. Then that's good. Then cover. with another C plate and put the cap on. Now the setup is ready. You can turn on the heat and add the ice cube into the condenser. And don't forget to add a bit of cold water. So during the distillation, the steam comes here and the ice cube will cool down the steam into the liquid. With time, you gotta replace the water when it's getting hot. So you don't have to, just replace, keep replacing it all the time. Roughly, you probably replace 4-5 times. Just scoop up the hot water. You may do a little test, but be careful. You gotta be hot. So you want the water be hot, but not like a burning. And you can just scoop it up. You can use a little thermometer to read it, and it goes to 60 degrees Celsius, and then you can just replace it. Now I collected about 15 ounces, almost close to the end of the distillation, and you can see the hydrosol is cloudy. And also I notice drops of the oil floating on the top. It's pretty good. And also the hydrosol has a very strong smell. Thank you for watching. Please let me know your questions about making the basil hydrosol from the fresh basil. Of course, I always talk about you can use dry herb to make a hydrosol essential oil as well with the fresh herb. For most of the herbs, dry and fresh, I have the equal quality, but the dry make you a more concentrated hydrosol if you use the same amount of herb during the distillation. If you think this video is helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and this is Dr. Leo. See you next time.